They say admitting you have a problem is the first step to fixing it, and the Trudeau government has an addiction it can't quite quit: hiring bureaucrats. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau hired an extra 10,000 bureaucrats last year. The size of the federal bureaucracy now sits at 367,000. Since Trudeau first came to power, he's added more than 108,000 federal bureaucrats. That's a 42% increase. At this point, it's clear that Trudeau has never met a bureaucrat he didn't want to add to the taxpayer dole. So here's a question for the Prime Minister. Was there a bureaucrat shortage in Ottawa before you took over? So let's put this all into perspective. The federal bureaucracy under Trudeau has increased by 42%. Meanwhile, during that same time period, population growth in Canada has increased by 14%. If the federal bureaucracy just increased in line with population growth, there'd be about 70,000 fewer federal bureaucrats today. But it isn't just the size of the bureaucracy that is ballooning. The cost is too. The federal payroll hit $67 billion last year, a record high, and that is a 68% increase since 2016. And that's due to the fact that Justin is oh so generous with other people's money. Trudeau dished out more than 1 million pay raises over the last 4 years alone, all while taxpayers lost their job, lost their business, and struggled to afford rising rent payments and a higher price for a jug of milk. Taxpayers struggled, the bureaucracy gained, and Trudeau also rubber-stamped $1 billion in bonuses. Spending on consultants has also skyrocketed. The Trudeau government spends about $20 billion on consultants annually. So given all these bonuses, pay raises, and new bureaucratic hires, things must be running pretty smoothly in Ottawa, right? Not so fast. Less than half of the government's own performance targets are met by departments each year, according to the Parliamentary Budget Officer. So folks, let's just get this straight. We've hired more bureaucrats than ever. We're spending more on taxpayer-funded consultants than ever. Bonuses and pay raises are being handed out hand over fist, and the feds still can't even meet half of their own targets, performance targets they set for themselves. Trudeau, he's rewarding failure with your money. The average compensation for a federal bureaucrat is $125,000. Meanwhile, the average salary for a worker in Canada, you know, the ones who are actually paying for all the bills around here, sits just under $70,000. So welcome to Canada, folks. More than 100,000 new federal bureaucrats, more than 1 million pay raises, more than $1 billion in bonuses. And you paid for it all.